How's jail?
Nothing. Not.
You know, Mr. Smith, we want you to be the best person that you can be, right? And part of what you need to do and what we're here to do is teach you how to grow up, to make better decisions. You know, you have no one that's going to bond you out. These are things that you think about when you go out. If you are hanging around with thugs, people will treat you like a thug. If you, perception is reality. These are things that you think about when you're out there, whether you're going to a party, whether you're hanging out with other friends who like to smoke weed, whether you're going to a park and you know that there are people that are not good for you and you're still doing that. These are decisions that you need to look at and to think, okay, if I do this now, what potential bad things can happen? I'm on bond for a criminal case and I don't have anyone to bond out. I got a test on Monday, yet when you're out there, always consider the negative of what can happen in every decision you make. You are now in jail. You've missed a test, allegedly, because I don't know for sure. You could be blowing smoke on my puppy. I would never even know, right? Am I supposed to feel sorry for you now that you have 2 assaults?
No, sir. You just doing your job.
Right. But what I want you to do is I want you to learn. And you got 2 assaults and you still haven't learned. So what do we do to ensure that you now, if we let you go out in the street, you're going to make the right decisions? What do we do? Because I don't know. I want to let you out. I don't want to keep you in. But you're your own worst enemy. If I let you out, I know that you're just going to continue to make a bad decision. So we're at an impasse. It's a dilemma. It's a fork in the road.
Situation is a little different today, Judge, after a weekend in jail, seeing how easily Mr. Smith can lose his liberty if he is not 100% compliant with bond conditions. He hasn't just heard it from us now. He's actually experienced it. So that's different. And I would think that that matters to him as he understands how quickly things can change in his situation.
How many times have we put him in jail?
It's only the first time, Judge.
We tested
We
him.
revoked his bond once, am I not?
No, I don't think we have any bond revocations.
Tried it on Mr.
No, we appeared initially and he had a drug test and we had a conversation. You admonished him, but this was the first time that he actually went in.
And how many violations have we had?
There was only the one dirty UA, Judge. At least that we spoke about.
Here's my other, if I were to go send you for a drug test now, what would pop up? It's a rhetorical question. I don't want you to answer. But that's what I'm also thinking about. You know, me, you're in jail, you've picked up a new case. I've repeatedly asked you to not smoke weed. You've tested positive already once. If I send you for a test now, what's going to happen? I don't know.
All of that before he had to go to jail. Now he sat in jail and can't get out. There's no way for him to get out. He understands that. So I would think that would change his mindset. He's intelligent and he understands, but still 17 years old has to sometimes hit their head to learn and understand what those consequences really feel like.
Living now.
I still with my best friend in Humble, Timber Forest. I just started staying there like 2 days before I came to court.
You don't even have a stable home.
Well, the order and the request of the state was to stay away from grandmom and don't go there and don't ever go back. So he hasn't.
Have any other parental figures out there?
No, sir. I don't really know too much about my family. Yeah, just pretty much. I don't know too much of my family. They really don't want nothing to do with me. So I just be alone.
And just somebody that purported to be Tristan's mother did reach out to me, but indicated that she could not help or didn't want to help because I asked those questions too. Wasn't
Take him in?
No, sir. This was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So he's truly on his own. Again, the person I've been speaking to purports to live in Georgia and is young himself. Can't come here, can't do anything here. So our hope was that he was able to make bond because it is reasonable. It's a reasonable amount of money, but the bond company won't bond him out without.
But even Mr. Brooker, even if you bond out, if you continue to make the bad choices, you're going to end up right back here over and over and over. You know, he's telling me that you want to plead guilty just to get out. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to let you ruin your life. Because when you end up with these assault convictions, you're all but ruined. You know, do you think people hire assault convictions? You think you're going to get a job? You think you want to go to school to study this and that? It's all for naught, because when you start racking up convictions, life is hard enough as a Black young man in society today as it is. And when you start racking up convictions, it only makes the life more difficult for you. That's hard enough as it is. And you're not getting it through. If I go drug test you now, what is the result? Even after months of me preaching to you not to use. I don't want you to answer the question. What I'm trying to break through to you is that I have repeatedly told you not to use. I've told you not to hang with dogs because you're going to get fleas, and not you caught yourself a damn flea. I don't know. I want to let you out, but I can't trust you.
So where we are with it now, Judge, state made the offer. We understand your position on it, which I thought that would be the case, that you wouldn't accept that plea. So I'd like to move forward as quickly as we can.
Who is the best friend that is, you're telling me that you were in the stay with? How old is this person?
She's 18.
And who does she live with? On her own?
No, she stays with her mother. Me and her mother have had a talk about me staying there. And she said that as long as, you know, I do what I continue to, well, she said as long as I continue to, you know, keep up with my schoolwork and stuff and, you know, keep going to school. She said she just don't want to go near her house. So as long as I continue to go to school and stay out of trouble, then I'm good there. And she understands that I have.
If I can verify that there's a parental figure at that house, I will let him out. I'm going to put a monitor on you and I'm giving you a curfew. But if you can somehow verify, Mr. Brooker, that there is an actual adult living there, it's not just an 18-year-old just hanging out, 17 and 18-year-old, then I'm down. But I got to know that there's some kind of adult figure there so that we know there's at least some kind of supervision, not 17 and 18-year-old hanging out with each other, because that's a disaster in the making. I don't want any more disaster. So if you can verify that, I'm down. But I'm going to tell you now, you will be reporting here to me while you're on bond, and I'm going to test you on a weekly basis to make sure that you're not using. The next time you test positive, so help me. Do you understand? You pick up a third case, I'm going to lose it. The little hair that I have left will be gone, because that's how upset I will be. Do you understand? Don't smoke weed, and I want proof that you're enrolled in school full time. Do you understand, Mr. Smith? The only way is that I know that there's a parental figure here, so you have at least some kind of someone watching out. Okay, so we got time. I mean, I'm here. You have my cell phone,
I do.
Right? So just text me, and you know, even if it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we can work it out.
I'll work on it. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.